Yo, what's up, guys? My name is A-Reece, and I'm one of the founders of Revenge Club Records alongside my brothers TKay 10 Stacks, Jody. I would like to thank everyone for coming out, especially my bros. Shout out 25K, Booming, Kateho, I see you, my brother. Shout out Scoop in the back. Shout out Golden Thread for putting this together, you know. Mase baby here in front. Shout out Clint in the back, shout out my boy, you know. Shout out everyone who came out here to have this experience with us because we feel as though this is very important for the culture. We feel like it's our duty as artists that have such an influence on other people out there with just the music that we just have to do this. It's important for us to just, you know, go through this process, all for the culture. So thank you for coming.
Yeah, and I think right now I might be passing the mic around or something. What we doing?
Hi guys. Sorry, one thing that I did forget to mention, bathrooms, please use the casino bathrooms. There is one here, but obviously it's gonna get very congested, so kindly just use that restroom there. Right now we're gonna enter into our media Q&A. So this is just gonna be a general Q&A. I don't know if you guys, Jay and Reece, A-Reece recently released his album, sorry. And Jody also just released his album. If you guys check the QR codes, please check that out. The links are there. Please, both albums are out right now. And I don't know if you guys want to speak about those albums in general, or if you guys want to do a general media Q&A. So I think I'd like to ask all of the media to kind of join here, so that we can just pass around the mic for the general questions. And just an opportunity to literally ask what you always wanted to ask about Revenge Club Records, A-Reece, Jody, and TKay. So we've got first one here. Please, when you are asking your question, publication, your name. Yeah. Hi everyone, my name is Mapazo. I'm not from a publication, I'm from just industry. So the question that I want to ask the three of you is, personally I've known you guys for like a long time, right? I just want to know like what has kept you guys going even when things were not going according to what you want? What was the belief where you like, I don't care what everyone else thinks, we know what we know? I think for me it's like what is it that you guys knew that we didn't know? Or what no one else knew?
I mean, I don't even see it like that. I just think it's always the small things for me, you know? It's when I put out music and you have a group of people tell you, yo, this music changed my life. Or, you know, like this song really speaks to me at a different level. Or a small conversation where we're just, the brothers talking about like just reminiscing on how far we came. Things like that make me want to keep going. Like, okay, this feels like it's for a bigger purpose. It's not just us getting together on some, yo, let's just do some music, put it together, put it out. Nah, we really like doing this so we can change people's lives. And this is how we doing it, through the music.
Yo, what's up? Rue from Daily Capsule. My question is about obviously like the record label, right? Like, how will you guys be approaching just the development process holistically? As a movement, as a record label, you know, as a lifestyle, how will you guys be approaching development?
I mean, we're looking at it as we're developing ourselves firstly, you know? So we came together and we were like, yeah, it's cool, we all have talent, we all talented in different areas, but it's like, let's get together, let's put this together, and let's help other people out. But, you know, the way we feel like we're gonna approach it is, instead of just going at it the usual way, just going, signing 100 artists, we're gonna develop ourselves first, we're gonna put the word out there, just the same way we did when we did the 10-week rollout, you know? We decided, you know what, a lot of people don't really know what Revenge Club is about. They just know the name and the people that are associated with it. But it's like, what is it? So in order to put the word out there, the simplest way, I was like, yo, let's put out music for 10 weeks straight, you know? Let them know what Revenge Club is about truly, because that's the foundation, the music. The start of everything is music. But obviously, we look at it as something bigger than that, more than just a music record label. It's more like a creative hub. We're looking at developing people in all areas because, you know, one works with the other when it comes to this culture. You know, everyone is important. You know, the producer, the engineer, the designer, you know, everyone is important. So right now, we're just, this is the beginning. This is the first phase. You know, this is us saying, yo, hey, we're Revenge Club Records, and we're coming.
Hi guys, I'm Mandy, and I just want to ask, would you guys ever do either a piano or a house beat? Either one of you can answer.
Are you asking for us?
Yeah.
Or would we work with other artists that
do
do?
you guys ever like work with a piano beat?
Yeah,
Or
it's so crazy because I got the same question yesterday from an interview that I was doing. So I answered that person, I was like, for me, the music has to make sense first. It's about the feeling, it's about if it's taken seriously. I don't feel like music should be like a lick. You know what a lick is, right? Like you just go in and out, boom, boom, take this out, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Nah, it's not that kind of thing. It's very spiritual, and we want it to outlive us. You know what I'm saying? So if it makes sense to the spirit, if it makes sense with the energy, if it makes sense with that type of thing of, yo, this is good, maybe, right? But it has to make sense musically. We have to feel it first. But I don't know about the homies, but I think I would, because I consider myself more as a musician. Of course, rap first, right? But, you know, there's more to be explored. We can tap into other portals and be like, okay, cool, this is what's happening over here. How can we bring our energy over here and do something else? So, yeah, I mean, it's a yes, but a maybe type of situation, yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys? Remo here from Scopia. I just want to ask a question, right? You guys have now a big responsibility within the game of pushing the culture forward, especially now you're entering, or you've entered the international market and everything. So what does Revenge Club Records mean for that?
I mean, I was having a conversation with, I think it was my DJ Clint, and he was like, you know, if you took on a role that someone like DJ, my producer, has taken in the game, where it's like, you giving young niggas, you giving these up and coming artists a platform to actually expand as themselves, you know? You putting them on so they can put other people on. He was like, yo, imagine if you put yourself in that position for hip hop, for your city, you know what I mean? Just imagine how impactful that will be. So that's what Revenge Club is. We feel like, you know, our city needs a godfather, you know, someone to be like, yo, this is the platform you can come at, this is the platform you can be at to expand as an artist, as a solo artist, or as a solo creative, you know? So the Revenge Club is basically that, you know? When we say Revenge Club, it's not even like getting back at people or getting at, it's just about, you know, making yourself better, improving yourself, you know what I mean? That's the revenge right there. Yeah, pretty much the revenge is really the re-up. You're avenging yourself, because how many times did you have a crazy idea and you tell somebody and they're like, you know what I mean? Like, already you doubt me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you doubt that. You now giving me doubt as well. So sometimes people told you couldn't do it, or you shouldn't do it, or the reason why you shouldn't do it is this and this and that. But Revenge Club is pretty much that thing of avenge yourself. Avenge your spirit, avenge your energy, and be like, yo, listen, man, I've went to the future and it's still Kilabara. So I'm gonna come back here, do what I have to do to catch up with my future type of situation, you know. So, and Revenge Club, what you said, bro, I want people to know that Revenge Club is more like a hub, because we're gonna morph into film as well. You never know. That's how much of artists we believe we are. You know what I'm saying? So we want everybody to come through and feel free to express themselves artistically, genuinely. You know what I'm saying? That's why I keep repeating the whole thing of energy, spirit, because that's what it is. We can play around and do all this stuff and whatnot and say, oh, I need these numbers, I need that number, or whatever, I need to be on that billboard. But bro, this is seriously serious. It's gonna outlive you if you wanna do it right. And what do you want to outlive you? So that's why we try to like, make sure the artists that work with us or that are with us are the same. They are the artsy fartsy people, like really like, bro, I want to do this. I want to change somebody's life. Agilagi, that's a dope song. We want, bro, my pops died and your song kind of like pulled me through. That's a different compliment for music. And that's what he was talking about, because the compliments became different over time, because we were taking it seriously too. We were putting our soul into it. And you know what happens when you do that? Somebody's gonna feel it. You cannot escape it, bro. It's something about music, when it hits, you feel no pain, right? So that's what it is, that's right.
Can I just ask the people in the back to please keep it down, guys? Let's all respect each other here. We have all come and used our time for this purposes, so please can we just keep it down while the media gets their chance to also answer their questions, so that everything is actually running in order. Thank you. We have another question, sorry.
So yeah, just to piggyback off what Reece said about putting PTA in the forefront. Remember, Joburg had the torch for a minute, and again, it boils down to the responsibility again of pushing the culture forward from a PTA standpoint, So is that also a driving factor for you guys?
I think in terms of the Joburg scene and PTA, is a lot of those people out there were signed to big major record labels, you feel me? So we are here because of a feeling in terms of the culture we're trying to push. This is a feeling, this is not, yo, can you jump on a song like this and say something like this and try to act and feel like this? This is us. This is what we trying to show everybody. What we feel, what we go through every single day.
Yeah, and I just feel like, when it comes to this music thing, this thing of ours, like everything is just interlinked. So at a point it's like, fuck the territory, man. We all doing one thing. We're making music, you know what I mean? It's not like we're looking at the scene in Josie or in Durban and we're like, shit, we're behind or whatever. We looking at it like, okay, that's what's up. That's what we need to be doing in our city. We need to be putting niggas on, we're an independent movement, so we need to be putting more independent people on, because we have a bigger platform, we have a bigger influence. Why not,
Hey guys, when I hear from Seaside Radio, first of all, congratulations on the new music. What I love about your guys' music is it's self-explanatory. Just listening to it, you know where you guys are headed with the vision. Also, congratulations on starting, Revenge Club Records. I think it's a big milestone for you guys. Okay, let's get to business. My question for you guys is, well, firstly, you guys have had to reinvent yourself time and time again. And my question to you as people now in a record label, what advice do you have to the young guys who are up and coming? What do you have for them? People who feel like giving up, because they're going to be looking at you guys now to say, wait, you know what? I want to get signed to Revenge Club Records. I want to be the next Jody. I want to be the next Reece. What advice can you guys give to the up and coming artists who are trying to preserve the hip hop culture in South Africa?
It's all about how bad you want it, When we're realistic about it, it's all about how bad you want it. So if you really want to see yourself in that position, you're gonna have to work hard. And I feel like as Revenge Club Records, we want to inspire up and coming artists to want to create their own record labels, as opposed to being inspired to just wanting to be an artist at Revenge Club. That's all cool and all, but we want to inspire people to, think bigger than that. Think to themselves and be like, yo, you know what? I can do what they did, because that's what we told ourselves, and here we are now. So we just want to inspire the up and coming artists to also want to be like, yo, I want to open my own record label and do the same thing for other people, for my family. Doesn't matter what it is. The same thing that Maporisa is doing. Shout out DJ Maporisa for what he's doing right now, man. But basically the same template. I feel like that's what's gonna shift the culture to something greater than what it is right now, especially South African hip hop in specific.
Facts.
And at the same time, I would say to that person, start. You know what I mean? Because sometimes we like, you know what, let me hold this for next year. Let me get my information together, let me do my research or whatever. But that's kind of like a young excuse to be like, I don't want to start and fail, right? So I just say, bro, you're not gonna be ready. Just do it. Just dive in there and see what happens. Because most of the time we have people that are so great, but sometimes they're too intelligent, so they create ways that could really stop what they're trying to do, right? So I would just say dive in and see what happens. Because nobody's gonna dish you for trying. Because a lot of people are scared of trying, right? Because what if I try and fail? So what I'm saying is, for that aspiring guy, just do it now. There's no time for next year, next week. Do it now. If you fail, you failed, but you tried. You know what I'm saying? And try again. Because most people know what happened also with us. You know what I'm saying? Right. We kind of had a dip and we had to go up again. But because, like I said, you have to be married to the end result in your mind. You have to really see it and be like, oh, I'm dope. Oh, let me catch up. I want to keep repeating that all the time. You just catching up to your destiny. That's what you're doing. So you just gotta go for it. Yeah.
Hello. Okay. Congratulations on your new music. My name is Oratile. I'm not from any publication. Sorry. This is directed towards Reese. You have a song with Corey called Something to Fight For. And I just wanted to ask you, what was going through your mind when you recorded that song? Because I think we got a different feel to you. It was something different. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at first we had the beat, right? I heard the beat, we were freestyling to it in the studio. I was with the bros, and then Jody came up with this melody, right? And you know, I don't know, something just came to me and I was like, I'm just trying to find something to fight for, something to die for, sacrifice my life for, you know? But that was basically me just, you know, improvising, putting shit together, you know? I mean, it's not the first time putting words together, so that was easy. But then, as soon as I came up with those lines, I was like, damn, this shit is actually deep. Like, this is more than just putting nice words together. Like, it says something, and it says something that's very laid. Like, you can look at it in many perspectives. So when I dived into the verse, I was like, I'm gonna talk about how, you know, there's some people that don't know their background. They don't know, like, their real families. They don't know, like, where they really come from, you know, or where their parents come from, or where they, you know, they don't know, they disconnected to that. So it's like, sometimes some people are just looking for something to die for, you know? Something deeper than just existing, you know? So that's how I felt when I went into the verse. So I was like, after that, everything just came together, like, you know, organically.
Lebo Hotaria, congratulations again on the wonderful stuff that you're doing. Have you guys identified any artists that you'd like to, you know, join you guys in the family? Or you just focusing on yourselves right now until a certain time where you can poach, you know, upcoming artists who are doing great stuff as well?
Yeah, right now definitely we're trying to like focus on ourselves and just like Reese, how we were saying it earlier, we trying to make sure we're on point, right? So that when we pass the baton or whatever, it makes sense, you know? So if we're on point, trying to show somebody how to go or be like, hey, we went through here with the torch, this is the path, let's go, because we went there. You know what I mean? We don't want to be out there and get lost together and stuff, and it's like, this is crazy, we thought y'all were leaders or something. So we try to develop ourselves for sure, but we will, like, we are working with people that we really mess with, for real, you know what I mean? And if you won't keep it above, we're trying to snatch Marcus Harvey real quick, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on over there with the paperwork, Marcus Harvey, but yeah, but pretty much, you know, there's a lot more. You know, I just named one name because he's, you know, usually in the studio with us, working with us and stuff like that. But we are looking to have more artists come through, and not just musicians, like we said, like more artists that do other things, like expression, producers too. You know, we want to have that thing where producers are getting managed, because that's important too. Because now producers sometimes are very timid people, they're very shy and whatnot, and people come to them and they just take, but they don't get back. So that's why we also always credit our producers and stuff like that. So we try to make sure also producers have a safe space and they get managers and stuff like that. We try to make it as if, you know what the Americans built out there with the Def Jams and everything, the Russells in there. I think we're in that moment right now, and we're creating that. So we're like ancestors right now, and everybody's gonna be looking back to 2022 and be like, that was crazy what they started, but I hope it goes like that for real. So yeah. Oh, he caught that. Yeah, that's right, bro.
Yeah, what's up, guys? So lifelong fan here, A-Reece. I've been a fan for a very long time.
Thanks.
So what I wanna ask is, obviously we've seen you become like a part of a lot of movements in the past, you know what I mean? You started off as a teenager in Ambitious, and then you went off and started doing your own thing with the Wrecking Crew, and then later on with Rubber Band Gang. So what I want to ask is, what's different about this specific movement, and why is it gonna last? We've seen a lot of stuff in the past, you know, and yeah, what's different about this one? What are you gonna do different? Who are you gonna be working with, and what can we look forward to?
The major different thing about this is I'm doing this with my family now. I'm doing this with people that I came up with like from the start, you know? When I was in TWC and when we created Rubber Band Gang, I'm still Rubber Band Gang forever, by the way, you know what I mean? Whether solo or not. But when we created all that, that was just, you know, us as bros coming together at the time, high off of influence and inspiration, and we just wanted to come together and make some music together. And you know, it always works out that way because you have so many different styles, characters, you know, personalities in the studio. A lot of music gets made, but at the end of the day, we didn't really think about the business aspect or how we want this to be when we look back. So the difference right now is that I'm doing this with people that put me on. You know, I'm doing this with the people that actually went like, yo, this nigga was like, yo, we need to, after he heard my first few verses, he was like, yo, we need to get him in studio, you know? Like, he was like, yo, we need to get this young nigga in studio. I'm still in grade 8, you know what I mean? But, and also having, you know, TKay welcome me to his crib, you know what I mean? TKay was like recording everybody in the hood. Everyone was coming to TKay to record, you know what I mean? He was like the Dr. Dre, that motherfucker. So it was like, yo, TK's welcoming me to the crib, you know what I mean? And that's all because my brother was like, yo, my little nigga is out here and he's ripping shit apart. So what you saying? And he was like, all right, as long as he's dope, let's do it. I mean, look at where that, you know, look at where that got us, bro. So that's the major difference, bro. I'm doing this with the people that actually helped me get to this point.
On behalf of your management, I think a question that a lot of people like to ask is, what does it take to become an A-Reece and Jody and TKay? What does it become? I mean, what does it take to, besides the glitz and the glam, what does it take to be an artist who genuinely doesn't look at the streams, doesn't look at the numbers, doesn't look at like what people are making for them? You guys just genuinely create art for the art. What does that take? What sort of discipline does that look like?
I think it's life itself because it's the beginning of everything. We wanted to do this because of the feeling, not because we wanted to be famous or we wanted to be out there or whatever, right? It starts with the feeling, what you want to do. That's why we never stop. If you pull up on me right now and do some ish, I'm going to pull up again. I'm never going to stop, you feel me? It's the feeling, it's the passion, it's the drive, it's everything within us. So it's life itself.
And I would say also because I would say also introspection. You gotta really like know for sure that you are the person that's built for this. You know what I mean? Sometimes you do stuff because of a lot of influences and you go into it and you realize maybe this ain't it. But for me, I believe also introspection and really see, like without noise, without hearing other voices or hearing influences or whatever, just sit by yourself, hear your own voice, because it's usually very low. Sit down, shut the hell up, and listen to it and be like, yes, this is exactly what I want. This is something I would die for. This is something I will sacrifice my time for. This is something I would even lie for, you know what I'm saying? So I think also introspection is very important. Know yourself and you'll know your path and you'll know your destiny and you'll go for it. That's what I think. Thanks.
So I don't know if there are any more media questions, but I know that there are a couple of questions from the fan that I've kind of filtered through. So I think it'll also just give a general response to the media. As you all know, we've got Reece Effect, Road to Reece Effect. Hey, yo, Road to Reece Effect. Coming up next week on the 4th of November at Altitude Beach Club. What can we expect from that?
Man, an experience, you know, more than just what you see when I usually get booked at these shows. You're gonna get exclusive songs, you're gonna get songs that I never performed before. More engagement. Is just gonna be an entire experience. I feel like my fans deserve that because they always out there on the other end fighting for me, you know what I mean? So it's only right that I give them this experience, that it's my responsibility, so that they can expect a lot of that.
So please, when you guys are sharing all your pictures or anything, the QR codes are there. Again, just to remind you, we've got tickets to Reece Effect 4th of November. Please make sure that we push people to go there. It's going to be such a good vibe. And again, we're saying it's Road 2. Are we ready to announce that it is Reece Effect is coming back?
Yeah. Reece Effect is definitely coming back. You know, it was on high demand from the fans once again.
Nationwide?
So Reece Effect is definitely coming back. We're gonna be touring. We're gonna be touring all over South Africa, all over Africa, and hopefully all over Europe, man. You don't know.
Okay, are there any more questions from the crowd in general? It doesn't just have to be media. Everyone here is also industry friends, so if you've got a question, please put up your hand. If not, you... Oh, okay, we've got a question back there. Hold on.
James, I'd like to ask, when is Paradise 2 dropping?
Yeah, soon, bro. Soon. I hate that I have to tell you like that, but soon, my brother, soon. Just enjoy the music that's out right now. Hold on to that a little bit, and I got you.
Deadline 3 out right now.
3 out now. Go get that shit.